Most people don't like change because they have become successful in an era or in a way of doing business. And they don't want to have to learn a new way of doing business. Some people like it. I mean, I had a colleague who would start a brand new course every time. But most people like to use what they know and improve on that. And that means restraining oneself to continuous improvement. But after a while, the future goes off in another direction, and that becomes less and less useful and less valuable. So people have to therefore create a new model of change, which means that they have to learn to do things in a different way. And very few people like to do that. Even less organizations and even less countries like to have to change that. Now there's a value to that too. There's an inertia to success. Once you've been successful, there's an inertia. It's called tradition. And tradition teaches new generations how to do things successfully that other generations have discovered. So every generation doesn't have to start over. I use the analogy of friction to engineers. Engineers hate friction because it creates heat and expends energy, and they're always fighting against friction. But if there were not friction, we couldn't walk across the floor, we couldn't pick up a piece of paper. So friction has a function. So inertia has a function. It preserves the values of the past, but it tends to therefore go too far and preserve values which are no longer, they're not bad values or they're not bad practices, but they're obsolete. It's just like the old couch, you know, it's a wonderful little couch, or the old car was a great car, but sometimes you've got to get a new one. So they become obsolete and not appropriate for the future. And making the transition away from the habitual and the traditional to the novel and the innovative is a stretch for most people.